The burial of Junior Pope, the Nollywood actor that died in the river, was held over the weekend, and it drew sympathizers from across the country. And Mr. P2B was also in attendance to pay respect and condole with the family of the deceased. It's quite unfortunate that a vibrant young man could go just like that. This death could have been avoided. And watch the video of Mr. P2B paying his condolence visit. I'll be back to talk about the death of Junior Pope and Mr. P2B's visit.
That's what we believe, and that's what we're carrying on. And my mom has been so strong. She's been a source of strength for the rest of the family. Like on our texts every day. Every day she's texting us, be strong, be strong. That's when they say they're strong. Be strong in the Lord and in the power of His might. When you make people your dad, that's what he taught us. So this is God's purpose for Junior.
Well, may the soul of Junior Pope rest in peace, and may God grant his family, those he left behind, his wife, his kids, the fortitude to bear this irreparable loss. It's so painful because, like I said earlier, the death of Junior Pope is avoidable, but unfortunately it could not be avoided. Junior Pope went to shoot a movie but lost his life in the process because the people that asked him to come and shoot a movie could not provide a simple thing as life jacket. The boat he was on capsized, and unfortunately he couldn't swim out, and he died because he doesn't have a life jacket. A life jacket could have saved Junior Pope's life. A life jacket could have prevented the life of others that died alongside Junior Pope. This begs the question as why we take life that is very important so unserious in this our country, Nigeria. We've become too numb because of the constant killing that is happening on daily basis in our country today. We've become so numb and careless to a very important thing, life. Life is taken for granted in this country. In a country that is well regulated, there is no how you enter a boat and drive across the river without a life jacket. In a country that is well regulated, only those who are professional drivers could be allowed to handle the steering. Look at the driver that is driving Junior Pope. Rather than focusing on where he's going, he's busy looking in the camera. This is to show you how careless they are. And again, there should have been the provision of marine police stationed across the waterways. These people will ensure that anyone that is crossing the river is well protected with water protective guard. But unfortunately, that was not done. It happened, and Junior Pope boat capsized. But he was rescued. From the story that was told, when he was brought out of the water, there was still life in him. He was taken to the mortuary. No one around could perform a CPR on him to save his life. From the video that circulated online, he was being crowded, being besieged by people. And when they took him to the mortuary attendant said, no, this man is still breathing. Taken to the hospital, and the people around lifted Junior Pope like a log of wood and took him around the town. Some of them were screaming, shouting because they saw a celebrity. At that moment, Junior Pope's life was fragile. He was struggling to live. He was fighting for his life. What was needed at that moment was an ambulance that would have taken him to the hospital. An ambulance that would have been fitted with oxygen. Junior Pope should have been in an oxygen and being driven by professional ambulance driver to the hospital. But no, he was lifted like a log of wood by erratic crowd making noise and taken to the hospital. That is a failure of government. I need someone to explain to me why there was no ambulance stationed at the waterways, at the bank of that river. Of course, it's a river. Anything could happen. Accident could happen. What are the measures that were put in place to help out victims of drowning? What are the measures put in place to help out those who have been rescued from the river? Absolutely none. Not even an ambulance in case someone has been rescued from the river. That is a failure of the government, and that is what we are talking about. That Nigeria can happen to anyone, irrespective of your financial status, irrespective of your public status, irrespective of who you are. Nigeria can happen to anyone at any time. That is the reason why we need to put our hands together and hold our leaders accountable to ensure that they deliver governance, tenets of democracy, to ensure that they work for the benefit of all, to ensure that they fix this country, to ensure that this country is functional. Bad government knows no tribe, it knows no religion, it knows no financial status. It can affect anyone at any time. The other day, a lady posted on Twitter where someone was having a panic attack on the road in Kwara State. For 4 hours, they were waiting for ambulance, but there was none in sight. None came to their rescue, and that man died. That was what was recorded. Imagine the one that have not been recorded. Imagine the one you cannot see. People lose their life on daily basis in Nigeria due to lack of medical attention, due to carelessness. A simple CPR could have saved this young man's life, and that is why we need to educate the people on how to handle emergency situation. In a case of emergency situation, don't panic. You are the only one there that can save someone's life. It could be anybody around you. First of all, you need to be calm. Go and learn how to perform a CPR. It is very, very, very important. It could happen to anyone. For those of you that are supporting the government in power that do not provide good dividends of democracy, ask yourself a very vital question. If there is a medical emergency that happens to you or anyone around you, can you swear with your life that you are going to receive medical assistance? Can you swear with your life that the money you have will be able to take care of your medical assistance? If your answers to this question is no, then you need to rethink before supporting bad government, because bad government can happen to anyone. May the soul of Junior Pope rest in peace once again, and we pray that this kind of death will never occur again in this country. We'll never experience this kind of a thing again. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to leave you with a video on how to perform a CPR. It is important that you learn this thing. Thank you very much.
You arrive on the scene. Check the scene for safety. Check the victim for consciousness. Gently tap their shoulder and shout.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
If no response, call 911 immediately.
You, call 911.
If the adult is lying on their stomach, turn them over into their back. They should be lying on a hard, flat surface. Check for breathing and signs of life. Watch their chest for any normal movement. Look for signs of life and breathing for no more than 10 seconds. No breathing or signs of life, begin CPR. Position the heel of one hand on the center of the adult's chest. Place your other hand on top. With your elbows locked and arms straight, lean over the adult's chest and compress the chest 2 inches in depth, 30 times.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 and 11 and 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
After 30 compressions, give breaths. Give breaths by tilting the head back, lifting the chin, and pinching the nose. Place your mouth over theirs and give 2 slow, gentle breaths, just enough to make their chest rise. Continue with 30 compressions and 2 breaths.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 and 11 and 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
Continue CPR until you see signs of life, another rescuer takes over, or help arrives.